if you're just like me, having been walking for, just need to settle the breath, get an awareness of being wherever you are, possibly sitting on a cushion like me, sitting on a chair, in a sofa, the floor, getting some sort of awareness of the space around you, the solid space, the ground that you're sitting on, but also just being in a room, which is also space. Get a recognition of your body, some sort of quick scan, starting from your feet, legs, up through the pelvis, the torso, ending by the head, the hair, and shift your attention to the breath and just let it come naturally. Don't control it, don't restrain it, don't alter it, just let it process naturally. Today's meditation will be in 2 parts, each around 10 minutes, 8 minutes maybe. The first being on today's topic on death. It's a resemblance of the actual death process. And the second part will be a meditation on Ahom, which was composed by Lama Yeshe. And it's not as such associated with the topic of death. It's just something that was used at the same teachings. So that's why it's being used here today. And we'll start by generating a motivation, thinking about the altruistic motivation of bodhicitta. And think, I must reach enlightenment for the sake of all mother sentient beings. And in order to do this, I must complete the study and practice of the teachings on the path to enlightenment. And therefore, I'm going to do the meditations on impermanence and death. And the first part is this esoteric meditation on the aspects of death. During this practice, we will go through the dissolution of an experience of the different visions and so forth, as explained in the teachings about death. Again, shift attention to the body. So sit in the 7-point meditation posture and practice the meditation with an understanding that this is going to happen to me. Therefore, I must become familiar with the process of life, in life, so that I can handle it constructively when death actually occurs. And now think, as my earth element dissolves, my body becomes thin, my limbs uncontrolled. And it feels like I'm being burned under a great weight of earth. My limbs seem to shrivel, and my body becomes weak and powerless. My eyesight becomes unclear, and I can no longer open or close my eyes. The radiance of my body diminishes and my strength weakens. And to my mind, there appears a vision like a mirage. As my water elements dissolve, my saliva, sweat, and other fluids dry up, and I can no longer experience physical, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feelings. I'm also no longer mindful of the feelings that accompany my mental consciousness, so I no longer hear external or internal sounds. Even the inner buzzing in my ears disappear, and to my mind there appears a vision of smoke. As my fire elements dissolve, I can no longer digest food or drink. I lose mindfulness of the affairs of those close to me, and I can no longer remember their names. My inhalation becomes weak, my exhalation labored and long. So no longer can I smell things, and to my mind there appears a vision of sparks or fire. As my wind elements dissolves, my inhalation and exhalation cease altogether. I can no longer perform any physical movements, nor any actions, no movement. I'm no longer mindful of external activities and the purpose, or so forth. My tongue becomes thick and sharp, and its root turns blue, so I can no longer experience taste, smell things, taste things with my tongue or with my body. To my mind, there appears a vision like the last flickering of a candle. As my 80 gross conceptions dissolve, there appears to my mind the white vision, a clear emptiness filled with white light. Then there appears to my mind the red vision, a clear emptiness filled with red light. And then there appears to my mind the black vision, an emptiness filled with thick darkness. While processing those informations, coming to a conclusion about the process of dissolving, dying. So think that at this point, you can concentrate on the appearance of this clear light mind. Think all things are empty of inherent existence. Nothing exists under its own power from its own side. All phenomena are interdependent and exist by being merely labeled by the mind. With thoughts such as these, let your mind become one with infinite space in nature of clear light. And do a short concentration on those informations and the process of dissolving. The second part of the meditation is going to be what we call Lama Yeshe's Omar Home meditation. So when we do this meditation, don't squeeze yourself. Just sit comfortably and let your breath energy flow naturally, just as you are. Don't think about you meditating. Just let it process naturally and organically. The meditation comes in 3 steps. First, a purification of the body. Secondly, meditation or purification of the speech. And the third, last part will be a purification of the body. It will be focused on 3 Sanskrit syllables and 3 types of colors coming from each chakra. You can place your hands in whatever position comes naturally to you, either on the legs or in your lap. And you can visualize a white Om at the center of your brain, a red R at your throat, and a blue Om at your heart. 3 chakras, 3 colors. And these colors are made of radiant light. If it's impossible to remember and visualize the 3 Sanskrit syllables in Sanskrit or Tibetan, you can visualize them with the Latin letters Om, Ahom. And now concentrate on the white Om in your brain. Recognize that this white Om is the pure energy of the divine body of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. While visualizing the white light coming from the chakra, you will say the sound corresponding to the Om as Om. And visualize radiant white light emanating from the syllable going down your central psychic channel and filling your whole body with purifying nectar, hooking all of the pollutions and dragging it out of your body. And your body is completely purified and cleansed. Oh. Oh. For spaciousness, we'll do it 3 times around this time. And it's important to visualize that your entire body from head to toe is completely full of blissful, radiant white light energy. Now continue to just do another round of Oms, purifying, hooking all of the pollution with the sticky nectar, taking from all parts of the body, polluted parts of your body, dragging it to the lower orifice of your body and just out in space, and then that dissolves. Oh. And when you stop doing the sound, don't do anything. Just remain perfectly still and satisfied that you've done everything that you can do right now to purify all negativity in your body. And you may reconnect with your consciousness about the process, but don't argue or have a conversation with your mind. Just experience the feeling of being completely purified in this little yoga. And then going to the next level, the next step with the throat speech, where you purify with this red R coming from the syllable R, purifying the throat chakra like the sun at sunset. Recognize that this R is the pure speech of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And make the sound R for 2 or 3 minutes, and just visualize that radiant red light emanate from the syllable and purifying all actions with your speech, both those that are said in words, but also merely just being almost verbalized, and maybe even parts of your thoughts that are not verbalized at all. And this red light hooks all of the negative energy, all the pollution, pushes it to the top of your body, and that leaves through all of the upper orifice and pushes out the pollution into space, and not a trace left anymore. You can even imagine that it's like a fontaine of water being pushed to the top, just leaving huge intensity your body. And we'll do it again 3 times, and really thinking that it pushes up to the top, like putting water in a sink and pushing all of the pollution to the top. Generate a strong feeling of being completely purified in your speech. And also rejoice that with your speech, you can now benefit countless sentient beings with your words about loving kindness and compassion, granting teachings to whomever would like to hear them, asking you for advice. And now we can go to the 3rd final step with the strong, pure light of home from the body, purifying your mind from ignorance and attachment, aversion, all of the negative roots to all of your neurosis or strong negative emotions. So think that this pure light is just like turning on a light, illuminating a room. It's not like it replaces darkness with light. It's just there suddenly. And when there's light, there can't be darkness. Again, the home syllable with blue light pushing into your body. And it's like a sun rising in the morning. And with each time you say home, it's like the sun is rising on the horizon and eventually reaching its zenith. Home. Think about this pure light, that when there's light, there can't be darkness. And when there are positive words full of loving kindness and compassion, bodhicitta, there can't be misery, anger, jealousy, pride, selfishness, as long as you are generating an altruistic motivation thought. And again, we'll do the home with the blue light, simply just illuminating every corner, inch of your body, and simply dispelling the darkness. Oh. And now thinking that with body, speech, and mind, we have completely purified all impure, polluted, negative thoughts, actions, body and speech, the more gross actions and the more subtle actions with the mind, the root, the core of all the problems. And before the the meditation comes to a conclusion, once we'll do all 3 lights in unison, like home, home. Imagine visualizing the strong light, the white purifying light coming from the home, purifying the body. the red light from the R to the throat chakra, purifying speech. And then the final blue light coming to the body, from the body, but to the mind, purifying all obscurations in the mind. Homa. We do that 3 times. Om. 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 Having completely purified body, speech, and mind, having garnered a concentration of an awareness of the purification practice, and being able to rejoice in this little practice and the benefits of doing this practice, we imagine holding within our bodies, containing all of the light, strong energy, but eventually our body will burst and we cannot hold no longer, so we'll share with everyone around us in the Gompa, on Zoom, everyone in our mind, relationships, friends, families, strangers, people we don't know, even people who we consider difficult. The light just emanates emits from our body in all 10 directions, even those in the Bardo state and everywhere. And we will dedicate all of these merits of having done not only this meditation, but also the whole module on death and rebirth. And we will think, because of the merits I have created studying and practicing the teachings on death and rebirth, may all spiritual teachers have long and healthy lives, in order to teach Dharma, and may the Dharma spread infinitely in space, in all directions, and may all sentient beings quickly attain enlightenment and reach enlightenment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lars.
Thank you, Lars.